Did it kind of add a little bit there at the end? Just getting a little bit of a relief, weather-wise? Yeah.
No, we need the heat.
Okay.
We live in the heat and to breathe the heat, and that makes us tougher. And that's kind of what separates us apart. Is being in this program, being in South Florida, dealing with those conditions, whether it's rain or hot as hell outside, it shouldn't matter, you know. So I'm sure they probably appreciate it being a little cooler, but I wish it just stay hot the whole time. They need that.
What have been your first couple impressions of what you've seen? It's only day 4, but your thoughts on just the offense right now, where it stands?
We got more talent than we ever had at every single position. We got really good depth now. Got some young guys who don't know what the heck is going on, which is kind of normal for young guys. They got to grow up in a hurry because those guys can help us from a depth standpoint, but also possibly beating some guys out that possibly end up earning some starting jobs. But we're just too much of a roller coaster. We got some super tough dudes on offense. It's not enough of them. A handful of guys who come out every single day and they're physical, mentally tough, and they finish everything. Those guys have the command from the rest of the group, so we can bring it every day as a whole, as a unit. And we have some really bright moments and some really terrible moments, which is we can't have that. We got to be consistent every single day.
Do you have a sense, you mentioned the young guys, some freshmen that you already know will have a role, or some guys that are competing for starting jobs like you just mentioned?
Well, I can't say who has a role earlier, just this, was his 4th practice already. But Brevin Jordan, Will Mallory are going to be really good for us, I think. Those guys are rotating and playing a bunch for us. Still got to learn what to do, got to grow up in a hurry, but they have flashes of some great plays. Obviously Lorenzo's been here already. He continues to work himself into a more prominent role as he's learning what to do, and he's always a super try-hard guy, gives phenomenal effort every day. Cam Davis has flashes, but he don't get it yet. Obviously he's the newest one to get here, and just from how we do stuff, practice-wise, how we finish stuff, the mindset we have every day, he's got a long way to go with that. But he's got really good ball skills, runs the ball well. I know DJ Scapes has been here since January, but really pleased with kind of his progress. He's obviously not there yet, but he's definitely worked himself into a rotation and kind of demanding to get more reps in practice. Let me think who else.
The freshman receivers, obviously, there's a bunch.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, those guys are really fast. They got really good ball skills. So got to learn what to do, learn to line up and function, and also got to learn we from a skill set standpoint, we run all day. And also be a part of special teams and affect the game in that way. But Mark Pope is, obviously very talented. Really all those guys. I mean, I can't just single any one of those guys out. Every single last one of them that we sign can do some different things for us. So I'm really excited about those guys. We just gotta grow up, gotta bring it in a hurry. I gotta mature fast.
I know pads haven't gone on yet, but what have you seen from the offensive line since the spring?
Yeah, I mean, the first 5 guys are, not perfect, but I feel really good about those guys and those guys coming together and gelling. And Tyler, Gauthier leads that group without a doubt, and he does a great job of taking charge, taking command, and really one of our best leaders on the entire offense. I think it's hard for an O-lineman to lead, but he does a really good job of making sure those guys up front definitely on the same page, and also putting pressure on the guys behind them. And I would say, DJ Scapes is definitely pushing behind those guys to possibly the 6th guy in that rotation.
The fullback position, I guess Trayon's there. Is he a viable option, or Realist? Is he more of a true fullback?
I mean, right now, Trayon is the only option that we have, in my opinion, just because, Realist has the physical tools, he's big enough, doesn't get it here yet. It's about the mentality. In high school, he was 40 pounds bigger than everybody else. These linebackers will knock you slap out, and I don't think he realizes that yet. He got a little wake-up call yesterday, which hopefully the last time that's going to happen. But it's hard to play the fullback, but it's a different spot, different mentality. He has the physical tools. He's got to get a lot stronger. He's a big dude, size-wise, but strength is going to be definitely take some time to catching up to. But I mean, Chalk can get in and play fullback and help us function. He's probably one of the strongest dudes on the team. It just hasn't transferred to out the field yet. I'm really looking forward to seeing him really cut it loose and really see all of his talent. But right now, he's the only valuable option we have at fullback.
Thomas, what kind of progress and what kind of steps do you want to see DJ take this year?
Dallas, you're talking about? Obviously DJ is a very skilled athlete. Kind of moved, obviously, the running back last year. Just learning how to play the tailback position every single down. And to watch Travis Homer work every single day should be a great learning lesson, not just for any running back, but just the way any guy should practice. I mean, that dude will kill himself on that field. He takes coaching very well, and he's really fundamentally sound. And DJ made a lot of progress. Obviously, playing in between the tackles is going to be DJ's biggest adjustment. From now going from being more of an athlete out in space to being in the back, but also pass protection, which he knows what to do. He's learning the fundamental techniques of it. And I mean, he's 220 pounds. He just gotta play like it. I wish I was 220 when I played. I would absolutely punish people. And he's getting super electric in space. We gotta understand how he can use his skill set to be the best player he can be. But he's making progress. I'm proud of him so far.
Could you talk about Mike Harley and Jeff Thomas, what they add to this great like different sizes and shapes, I would say,
Yeah.
your receivers and how fast they are and just what they're doing now.
Well, I mean, last thing you said, I mean, speed kills. I mean, those guys can run and run all day. Mike has been the same guy for the most part since he's gotten here. He's never had to be taught how to work. He gives it up every single day. He will fight you tooth and nail for every single inch there is on the football field. Obviously, size is sort of an issue for him, but he's still putting on weight and progressing. But I feel really good about him. And, Jeff has probably had the biggest maturation process over the last year than anybody on our whole offense. And Jeff was like really up and down last year. He would have some bright moments and he kind of get tired, go in the tank. Stuff go wrong, he kind of go in the tank. And I'm just really pleased with the way he comes out from a mindset standpoint and works every day and really takes coaching from Coach Dugans. And starting to really work himself into a really good football player.
How does it help to have, keep asking this question, this smaller guys, some bigger guys, all different sizes? Does that help at all, Adi?
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, obviously being able to have more skilled guys to be able to put into a game so we can affect defense in a different way, give them different personnel packages to get in the game and still run our whole offense. And I mean, the more guys you have, the more guys you can obviously affect the defense with.
How nice to have Amon back out there. What have you seen from him the first few days of practice?
Amon Richards is different. When he is at 100% and getting back in the game, so obviously been a while out of kind of the day-to-day grind of playing that position every single day from a football standpoint. But he is a very skilled football player. He's obviously, mature, got a bunch of game experience, and started to kind of lead that group well. And he's put some weight on. He's still the same speed, just as dynamic and explosive. He's got great ball skills, so we're definitely fired up about him.
Two more for Coach.
How big is the scrimmage this weekend going to be when you look at especially the freshmen? It's kind of going to be some of their first real taste with the pop and the lights and the game situation. What do you want to see from that group when you scrimmage?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see how they handle the spotlight. I want to find out against LSU if guys can handle pressure. And obviously you can't simulate that environment, but you really see who's going to fold, who's not going to fold. You also kind of be able to tell who can process information, who's in their playbooks and studying, and definitely earn the right to be able to play. Because you're not going to just play because you're talented. We can't play that many guys. We get play the whole group if they were all based off of talent. But just being able to separate themselves well and be able to just cut it loose and be physical. Like, we got to have a tough football team. And again, we got a few guys who have stepped up and become tougher, but it's not enough. Not enough right now.
I was going to say, you always like to look for your alpha dogs. Is anybody starting to emerge in that role on offense?
I mean, obviously, Malik played the quarterback spot, so that spot should always be, in an alpha position, and he definitely does, try to take charge and take command. He's definitely been more consistent. Travis Homer don't say a whole lot, but he don't have to. Just watch him, and he will motivate you. And I think guys are starting to kind of, follow behind his lead some. DJ's definitely an alpha male personality. He still got to continue to grow up and mature more, but he definitely will speak to the group. And obviously, Tyler, like I said, is really, taking charge and being vocal.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
No problem. Thank you guys.